Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's your girl BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to George Carlin. People are boring. Let's see what he has to say.
And it's bad for you. Now, you wouldn't know it from some of the things I've said over the years, but I like people. I do. I like people, but I like them in short bursts. I don't like people for extended periods of time. I'm all right with them for a little while, but once you get up past around minute and a half, I gotta get the fuck out of there.
If that ain't the truth, if it ain't the truth, that is such a funny thing, especially him, because he's just always talking about like everything that's wrong with humanity. It's like, George, you actually like people. I think he probably is like was one of the most delightful people to be around, but there is a threshold. If you are not like a complete extrovert, there is a threshold at which you can like handle people. I am quite extroverted. I like my space. I like to be at home. I like to just be by myself. I don't mind it, but like I can handle being out in public. The man I am married to, 5 minutes, and he's like, I hate people. So I guess that's why this is extra funny to me, because I am related to this on a personal level.
Minute and a half. I gotta get the fuck out of there. And my reason is for one that you may share, possibly. I have a very low tolerance level for stupid bullshit. That's all. Stupid bullshit.
That's fair. That is fair.
And everyone wants to tell you their stupid bullshit. And a lot of them don't know when to stop talking. You ever run into that guy?
I'm that
Doesn't know
guy.
when to stop talking. Just continues running at the mouth like verbal diarrhea. Don't know when the conversation's over. Stupid, trivial shit you don't care anything about. Things you're not even remotely interested in. Did I tell you about my mom and dad? Well, my mom and dad went on vacation down to Mammoth Cave, Kentucky.
Mammoth Cave, Kentucky?
6 years ago, I think. Seemed like it was about 6 years ago. 6 or 7, possibly 7.
Yeah, they'll like, when they like are trying to sort it out in their heads to you while they're telling stories, like, you should have gathered all this before you told the story. I am not one of those people. I actually am with George on this one. I will talk, especially here on this channel, because that's kind of what y'all are here for. If you're not here for that, I'm not sure why you're here, because, well, you want to see me react. But in real life, people who like can't read the room or can't get the hint when you're like trying to get off the phone or trying to leave a conversation, they just go on and on. That I was just witnessing that on the plane the other day, coming home, and this lady was in the middle seat literally trying to read her book, and the lady in the window seat would not stop talking to her, and I felt so bad. Like she was going on and on. At one point I heard her say like, people tell me I look 20, and it just like she just was going on and on and on. I have no idea what she was talking about. God bless that lady in the middle seat. But that I'm with George on, like people who are doing what I'm doing right now and don't know how to like move on.
Somewhere in there, 6, 7, more than 6, less than 7. Let's call it 6.5. So my mom and dad went on vacation in Mammoth Cave, Kentucky, and my dad found a big rock.
Is that a real place?
What he thought was a big rock. Turns out it was a dinosaur turd. A petrified dinosaur turd, 27-pounder.
Yuck.
You know, now that I think of it, it might have been 8 years ago. That would have been close to Y2K, wouldn't it? Remember Y2K? Whatever happened? Everybody's all worried about that. Nothing ever happened.
It happened. Nothing ever happened.
Nothing ever happened. You know? God, that's strange, you know? So let's say, we'll say it's 8 years. It was either 8 or 5. So my dad gave my mom this big turd. He said, here, Mom, this is a big dinosaur turd. Put it in your purse and take that home. My mom said, Dad, I don't
27-pound turd in your purse? No, absolutely not. That's not going to happen.
Dinosaur turd, put it in your purse and take that home. My mom said, Dad, I don't think this is a dinosaur turd. This thing is still warm. Whoever dropped this thing is still walking around in here. And we better get the fuck out of this cave. 9 years ago. 9. I know it was 9 because my wife was pregnant with our first boy, Mahmoud ibn El Said ben Salam. And he's 10 now. Or is he? He's 11. Maybe he's 11. He's either 11 or 5. And while all this is going on, you're searching through your mind for something diplomatic and tactful and graceful that you can say to help end the conversation. And all I can ever come up with is, blow it out your ass!
George, that is none of those things. It's not diplomatic, kind, or graceful. Like, what? This is such a real thing, though. Like, I think we've all experienced conversations like this that we're like, how do I get out of this? What are we even talking about? How did I get here? It's so real.
To help end the conversation. And all I can ever come up with is, blow it out your ass! 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 You know? But you can't say that. Good manners don't permit it. You have to find another way. And I go to body language. I try to use my body language to show that the conversation's over. I find myself leaning at a 45-degree angle, trying to indicate the direction I'd like to go if this person would just shut the fuck up. And that might even give him a verbal cue. Surgery. Surgery. I'm late for surgery. I'm having my ears sewn shut. You know? Yeah. Same people on the phone. Same people on the phone. Don't know when to...
First of all, if someone did that, I would just like, oh, are you okay? You can go. Like, if someone leaned in 45 degrees and started pointing, I'd be kind of worried. The phone is the worst, though. The phone is the worst because they can't see you. They can't read the room. They can't read your body language. And you kind of have to just get forward. Like, the last time I had a conversation like that, I was just like, all right, well, I got to go. Like, oh, the phone is the worst.
Same people on the phone. Same people on the phone. Don't know when to hang up. Don't know when the conversation's over. Dumb, trivial shit. Dumb questions. So what are you guys going to do 5 summers from now? We haven't made any plans. Marge wants to go to the beach. The kids kind of like it at the lake, and I want to go to the mountains. Grandma wants to visit her sister in Frog Balls, Arkansas.
Frog Balls,
How about
Arkansas.
you? You made any plans? It's never too early to make plans. We're going to Norway in 2025. Did you know that
That's only 2 years from now. I don't know when this was filmed, but he was talking about Y2K being, 9 years ago? That's crazy that we're 2 years from 2025. When I think about that, it blows my mind that we are quite literally living in like Xenon, the Girl of Future times. Do y'all remember that movie from Disney Channel? Where like people were living in spaceships, like their whole families. They like went to school in space. It's nuts.
We're going to Norway in 2025. Did you know that up until the 1950s, Norway's economy was based largely on fishing? But now, thanks to the expansion of the world economy and improved drilling technique, and once again, you're searching through your mind for the right thing to say to help end the conversation. Shut the fuck up comes to mind. Or blow it out your, how about shut your fucking pie hole, might be good. Or if he prefers cake, shut your fucking cake hole. But these things, you don't want to, you can't say those things. And you can't use body language on the phone. Well, you can always amuse yourself, you know. Or if it's your mother, you show your mother respect, you put her on speakerphone.
George. He always like takes it one step further than I expect. And I don't know why I don't expect it, but he always does. I like it. His eyes are like gouging out of his head.
But that doesn't move the conversation along. You have to find another trick, and I go to tone of voice. Do you ever use your tone of voice to try to talk them into a soft landing? You try to coax the person toward the end. Right. Good. Okay. Good. All
me.
right, then.
That's me.
Good. Right.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Good. Okay. All right.
When you stop, like, having like complete sentences back and forth, and it just turns into and it's like, you can't hear that I am not listening to a word that you're saying, and it's like, yeah, yeah. I would read that so quickly. I just don't understand how people don't get the message. It's clear as day to me.
Good. All right, then. Good. Right. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Oh, fuck, there he goes again. That cocksucker. You remember my neighbor with the burns on 90% of her body? Well, she burned the other 10% now. She was lighting a fart and her bush caught fire.
She was lighting a fart in her bush, not a bush. That sounds awful. Yikes.
And her bush caught fire. Listen, Reverend. Reverend, I hate to be rude, but I just took a 3.5-hour shit. And I'm bleeding from the asshole. Well, I don't have any mercurochrome. Yes, I'll put a Snoopy Band-Aid on it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. You do that for me. Yes, say a prayer for my asshole. Thank you very much. You have to resort to these tactics because many people do not understand what a phone call should be or what a phone call is. Ideally, a phone call is
and this is why I don't like to talk on the phone. First of all, everything's textable. Send me a text, send me an email. You can say everything you want to say and I can read it. I don't enjoy talking on the phone at all. Like, it's rare that I'm answering my phone for anyone, except for like the immediate people in my home. Because I'm just like, no, send me a text. And I am one of those people who will not answer your phone call and immediately text you and be like, hey, what's up? Because I don't like to talk on the phone. It has to be like completely necessary. Can't do it.
Be, or what a phone call is. Ideally, a phone call is the brief exchange of a few vital pieces of information.
Yes.
This is a phone call. Hey, Steve, what time's the circle jerk start tonight? 10 o'clock. Okay, listen, I'm going to be a little bit late. You'll have to start without me. Oh, don't worry, I'll catch up. I'm eating a whole bunch of oysters and watching a horny movie. It's called Tarzan Fucks a Zebra. Russell Crowe. Well, it's kind of a fantasy. Right now, Renee Zellweger is blowing a unicorn. That's a phone call. It should not be a 2.5-hour harangue of your third cousin describing her mailman's liposuction. God, people are fucking boring. People are just fucking boring.
Oh, hilarious. He really does just take it there all the time. It's so funny. All right, y'all. Do me a favor and go have the day you deserve. Peace.